So welcome to another video on this tutorial series on the Wondershare Filmora 9 video editing software, and today we'll be going over some of Filmora 9's cool features such as adding green screens as well as zooming in and zooming out of different clips. Now this is going to be a two-part video, so today we're just going to mainly be focusing on one key feature and we'll be continuing the tutorial on a later video. Now I do suggest that you guys check out my previous videos in this series, and I'll place my playlist in the description so you guys can check out the whole series up till now. But with that said, let's get started with the video. Okay guys, so right now we're in Filmora and I've already pre-selected all the clips that we're going to be using for today's video, so you guys can just follow along with your clips and any other effects that you guys want to add. So the first thing that we want to do is actually move the cursor in the area where we want our zoom to end. So I'm just going to put it around here, and you guys can do the same process with your guys' videos and clips. So after that, all we have to do is basically right click and go to crop and zoom. Now you should be presented with a new window, and in this window we can see our footage along with this box with gridded lines. Now what we want to do is basically change the size and position of this box to where we want our zoom to end. So in this case we're zooming in the video, so I'm just going to adjust it to where I want the zoom to happen. So I'm just going to put it here towards the middle, and once I'm done with that, I'm just going to hit OK. Now without moving the cursor, leaving it where it is, all we have to do is come here to this little scissors icon, which is the split tool, and basically click on it. This will split the two clips apart, and as you can see the video actually zoomed in. And the next thing we're going to do is basically move the cursor back a little bit, a few frames back, and we're just going to use the split tool again, and we're going to split it, and this is a new part of the clip. And all we have to do is do the same process. So this time we're just going to right click and go to crop and zoom again. And the window should open, but this time we're actually going to go to the pan and zoom option up here where we can see on the tab. Now you should be presented with a second orange box, and this basically tells you where the endpoint is gonna go. So this is basically pointing out into zooming out on the video, but we actually want to zoom in the video. So we're just gonna change these two positions, and all we have to do is come here to the little icon where we can swap the start and end area, and once we press that, as you can see, both boxes switched, and this will make it to where our video zooms in our chosen site. Now what I'm going to do is choose the start area, which is this little blue box, and basically stretch it all out. And once we're done, we're just going to hit OK. Now the last thing we're going to do is come here to our first original clip. And since we're zooming in, this clip has to be reset to its normal position, which is full screen. So all we have to do is just make sure we selected our first clip and basically right click and go to crop and zoom like we have been doing. And again, the window has appeared, and there's two ways to set this to full screen. One is actually by stretching out the box, or you can come here to this little button where it says reset, and the footage should reset to its original frame. And once we're done with that, we just hit OK again. And now that we're done with this part of the edit, we can actually move the cursor and view how our footage zooms in the timeline. So as you can see, that was just a little preview, but we'll be able to see it full in the full render once we're done editing our full video. So if you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel because I do more tutorial videos like this one. But before we get any further down, we have a quick message from our sponsor. Now the Filmora 9 video editing software is very easy to use and very easy to navigate, as it's very beginner friendly and straightforward. I just been using this video editing software for a good while now, and I can surely say that it's very easy to use and you can make some great videos out of it. Now Filmora is offering a free trial, so you guys can go onto their website and try this for yourself and let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Filmora also has their own stock website that allows you to download many effects, packs, images, and stock footage that you guys can use in your own videos when editing with Filmora. I do suggest that you guys at least try Filmora for yourselves and go check out their websites, which the link is going to be in the description below. But with that said, let's get on to the video. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to be showing you how you guys can zoom out of a clip when you're editing in Filmora. So we're basically doing the opposite of what we just did when we're zooming in. So all I'm going to do is basically click and drag the second clip that I'm going to be using, and you guys can use whatever clip like I said before. Now I'm just going to adjust it right here. And what we're going to do is basically the complete opposite. So first we're just going to move the cursor and place it where we want it to start. So I just want it right here. It's a good place to start. And all we're going to do is just right click and go to crop and zoom once again. As always, the new window should appear. And I'm just going to mess around with the box and just set it where I want it to zoom in. So now that I adjusted my zoom in start position, all I'm going to do is just hit OK. And the next thing is using the split tool, so I can split the two clips apart. Now it's important not to move the cursor when you're splitting the clip. So all we have to do is just now move the cursor a little bit forward and do the same step as we did before. And we're going to split the second part of the clip as well. So we should have one new clip that we split it into, and we're just going to go right click and go to crop and zoom. And as the new window opens, we're going to go ahead and go to pan and zoom in this little tab up here. So this time we're not going to reverse any action since we are zooming out of the video and this box is actually correct. So what we want to do this time is select on the end gridded box, and we're just going to stretch it out to fill the whole frame. Once we got that, we're just going to hit OK. Now we're going to go to the last part of the clip, and since this was already zoomed in, we just want to restore it to its original position. So yet again, we're just going to go select on our last clip, right click, and go to crop and zoom. Once the window opens, all we have to do is make it full screen. We can do this by stretching the whole box to full screen or using the reset button in order to help us. But once we got that, we're just going to hit OK. Now we have successfully made our clip zoom out, and we can actually preview it right now. So as you can see, we saw the preview and it was pretty smooth, but that's pretty much it for the first part of the video, as I showed you guys how you can zoom in and zoom out using Filmora. So make sure to come back for the next video so you guys can see other cool features that we can do inside Filmora itself, so we can add some features onto our video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you find it helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.